All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Morning Yoga. This is a practice for all levels, something for everyone. And what you will need today is a yoga strap. And if you don't have a specific yoga strap, just get a long belt or a tie, something you can use. And we're going to be using this a lot today. The focus of our class is calming restlessness. Anybody feel any restlessness right now? Right now, meaning like for the last 6 months. Okay. So we're going to be using the words of my friend Gil Fronsdal in his book Unhindered, who talks about how restlessness really comes when something happens in life, and it's not the thing that happens that causes us to be upset or restless and anxious. It's our thinking about how bad the thing is that makes us upset and anxious and restless. And if we can just allow things to happen, we can be in a more calm mind and quiet space. Instead of labeling everything good or bad, right or wrong, and get too far ahead of ourselves, we can just be calm with whatever is happening. So I want to use that right now as a springboard for our practice. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable sitting position, whatever that means, on a block or a cushion, on a chair, your strap nearby. And just start to take some deep breaths. And these deep breaths are just helping you come to this place. But before we land fully here, I'd like you to notice if there is any restlessness. Do you notice in your body any kind of desire to be moving? Any kind of anxious energy in your body? Do you notice that with your breath? Is there, just here at the beginning, is there kind of an urgency or a quickness to your breath? And how about in the mind? Are thoughts still lingering behind where you've just been? Or drifting to what's left, what happens after this practice? Just notice our tendency to be like that. Let's see if we can allow yoga to do what it does. So take a deep breath in through your nose and let it fill your whole body. And with an open mouth, sigh the exhale. Do that again. Deep breath in through your nose. And one more time, fill with breath. And on the exhale now, just arrive here. Settle here. Be here. I invite you to stay here. Stay here for the next 50 or so minutes, here in your body, here on your mat, here in this segment of time. Let's take a hold of our yoga strap or our whatever belt thingy we have. And in this sitting position, we're going to start to open the shoulders. So take the belt as wide as you need to in order to reach your arms up overhead. And so that this is not a rude awakening, let's just pause here for a moment to just press the shoulders back. Breathe into whatever you notice there through your shoulders. And then you can slide your hands as wide as you need to in order to roll that band down behind you. You might need really wide hands to make that happen. And then we'll come back so the hands are nice and wide over the head and down in front of you. So as we take that action and your shoulders begin to loosen up a little, you might be walking your hands a little closer to each other. This doesn't need to be really intense. What we're trying to do here is lubricate the shoulder joint, loosen things there. Notice deep breaths happening in the spaces around your shoulders. And now let's hold the band behind us in that place that feels a little extra sticky, a little extra tight, and just hover that band up and down about 6 inches. And as you do that, pull breath into the front of your lungs. Feel your shoulders moving back on your body. They've probably been living on the front of your body for a while. Let's see if we can get them onto the back of the body. Slowly come up overhead. Let the band come down in front of you. Just create some slack. Let your hands rest on your knees. And just close your eyes again. Feel your shoulders. Feel the blood flow that's now coursing into your shoulders. And let's bring that band up again. We'll create a side bend this time. So drop your left hand to the floor and reach your right arm overhead. I'll give you a couple of options. One is just to kind of be here with the band long, and that's going to create some effort in your core. You can also drop your hand to the floor and treat this like a nice side body stretch. So kind of decide if you want to work your core or stretch your body or both. And then we'll start to bring the top arm behind us and in front of us. Back and forth. And allowing your breath to move into your right shoulder and the right side of your rib cage. So restlessness is one of the 5 hindrances. It's one of the 5 major things that hinder our peace of mind. Our need to be busy and doing, our restlessness. Come back to center, bring both arms overhead, and we'll just slowly switch. So again, exploring either some core work here or just stretching into the left side of your body. Your breath is deep and slow as you begin to reach that left arm back and forward. Just gliding along the left side of your rib cage with breath and noticing the spaces that are opening up there on the side of the body. Coming back to a neutral spine, arms come down in front. And again, just give yourself permission to notice what got created there. Hands on the legs, eyes closed. Breathe into the sides of your rib cage. See if your breath is a little more unobstructed here. Extend the legs out in front of us. You can stay on a supportive item or move it. We're going to bring the band now around the bottom of our feet. And we'll be back to this later for a deeper stretch, but for now I want to just use this position to work on tall spine. So get a good grip around the band in a place where you can sit with a straight spine and you're right on top of your sitting bones. And from here, we're just going to inhale to pull the chest forward, find a little back bend. And then exhale, hold onto the band, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, and pull your shoulders forward. Moving with breath, inhale, open up through the chest, head drops slightly back. And then exhale, reverse. Much like a seated cat-cow, but with legs straight and a band to help us get a little more deeply into the spaces. Exaggerate your breath. And as we come back to a neutral spine, hold on to your band, start to bend your knees. So we're going to come into a boat pose, relying on this strap. I think you'll find this maybe was a little bit easier than actual boat pose. See if you can find a way to balance right on the back of your sitting bones. Good. Engage your core and breathe here. Chest is lifted. Arms are holding that band with strength. Releasing our legs. Let's bring that band away and just off to one side of our mat. Go ahead and fold your knees under you. Bring yourself around into child's pose. And in child's pose, take your knees extra wide. And we'll move our hips from side to side like our hips are just swinging in a hammock. Summertime, drinking lemonade, just sliding your hips side to side. Feel one of your shoulders drop down and then the other. Maybe your head is on the floor, maybe it's swinging with your arms and your hips. And then settle into the center in a way that allows you to exhale all of the breath out. Finding our way to a tabletop position. Hands stacked under your shoulders, begin to move through cat and cow. Inhale to really feel strong back, long front. And then exhale, strong front, long back. Alternate back and forth. Coming into a neutral spine, let's take our right foot forward and we'll keep our left knee down on the mat. So we'll have some options here to deepen into this left hip in just a moment, so you'll want your band close by. For a moment though, let's warm up that hip flexor. So tucking the back toes, we're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. This is a big muscle that's super tight on most of us. We need to be patient, allowing it to expand and open and soften. So as we come back down to the knee, option number one is to just stay right here and let that hip continue to open. Option two is to press up on that top knee, giving us a little bit more length here. And option three is a little tricky to set up, but you can take the band in front of your back ankle so that you kind of pick up the foot here. And that's a nice quadricep stretch, just pulling with that band. If your strap is long enough, you might be able to get your hand up by your shoulder. Just kind of see where you can feel a great stretch in the front of that back leg. Find the breath that moves all the way down into that leg. And we can release that. Just leave the band right where it is. Tuck the back toes under, and we'll lift the arms up high. And just see if you got a little more length in the front of that left leg. Open and close your hands, slide your arms back. Take a nice deep breath in. Awesome. And as you let that breath go, hands come to the mat. Let's step to downward facing dog. And just pedal the heels left and right. Shift your weight back and forth. Starting to find calves, Achilles tendons. And let's bring our right knee to the mat and slide our left foot forward, coming down into kneeling lunge. And so now that you maybe know where you want to go on this one, you can set up before we get too far with the band just underneath the right ankle, preparing for holding that band. So option 1 is to stay low. Option 2, press your torso up high. A third option is to use the band around the front of your back ankle. And you can just hold it back here and hold it in one hand. We're just looking for a little more length in the quadricep muscle. Yeah, good. Just whatever you can find, and then breathe deeply into the front of your right side. Let's release the foot. Just let the band fall to the floor. Tuck the toes under, and we'll come up into high lunge. And we'll just see if that hip flexor is ready for this big, tall posture. Exaggerate the breath in and out. Nice. Releasing the fingertips to the floor. Let's step the back foot to meet the front foot and bring that strap with you. Go ahead and have it near the front of the mat. We'll soften our knees, fingertips touch elbows, ragdoll. Allow yourself to just roll gently from side to side. Allow a loud and long exhale to escape. Be here now, right here in this moment with this breath, the shape of your body. And then just like we were when we were sitting on the floor, let's take the band and just stand on your band. It's just going to come underneath your feet with some length sticking out in front. And we'll do the same thing we did when we were seated. We'll come up to a flat back, and we're just going to use this band as kind of an anchor to pull against. So instead of pressing on our shins today, pull up on the band and reach out through the crown of your head in your really flat back. On your exhale, pull yourself down. So use your arms to pull your head down toward the earth. And let's do that again. Inhale, lift halfway. So you're pulling up on the band, your back is flat. You might feel your hamstrings a little bit more there. Exhale, pull on the band to lower. Let's go one more time with that. Inhale, find those hamstrings, knees can be bent. Exhale, lower. Let your arms relax. You can stay standing on your band. Soft knees and arms sweep high. Extended mountain. Exhale, scoop the arms down into chair pose and fly your arms behind you. Really squeeze the backs of your shoulders. Inhale, tall, extended mountain. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale tall. Exhale, sweep back. And this time, let your hands either touch or reach towards each other. Exhale. If that doesn't happen easily, take that band into your hands and hold it behind your back. Take some deeper breaths right here. In this chest expansion, fill up and empty out. We'll allow our fingers to come to the floor. If you're still standing on your band, let it go, but hold it and come up to standing. We're going to hold the band wide like we did as we were warming up. And we'll take the band up toward the ceiling. Kind of test out the waters there to see how that feels. You might need the band a little wider as it drops behind. Come all the way down to your hips. And then lift up again and come over. And as we come over, friends, keep your arms wide, hinge from the hips. We're going to bring the band all the way down to the floor. Let your head drop. And then come up through flat back, straight spine. Band goes behind, as much of a back bend as you like. And then just start to move like that. Just creating this great big huge, what would it be, big oval shape around you. Surrounding yourself with all this space. Imagine you could bring that band to the floor behind you. And just keep going. Motion is lotion, loosening up the body in all the major joints. Let's do this action 3 more times. Find the right place to hold your band. That's the greatest range of motion you can find here. When you've completed those 3, go ahead and come back to the ground and once again stand on your band. Find that space. It's about a foot or 10 inches or so above your feet. We're going to inhale, lift halfway again. And let's just see what's happening in our hamstrings as we exhale, pull down over your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Let's do that 3 more times with breath. Probably noticing that you're working your upper body a little bit using this band as well. Squeezing the shoulder blades onto the back. A little upper body work. 1 more time. And then we'll leave that band right where it is. Let it stretch long across the front of your mat. Plant your hands, step your feet back to downward facing dog. All that work we've been doing in the shoulders, see if you're just noticing a little more warmth, a little more space there between the shoulders. We're going to shift forward into plank pose. Feel your strong core here. Come way up onto the tips of your toes and then launch yourself all the way back into down dog as far as you can go. Explore range of motion, strong core. You look way over the front edge of your mat and bring your heels way to the back of your mat. Core strength, upper body strength, mobility. We're going to do this 3 more times. This next time, let's come back into downward facing dog. We'll drop the left knee to the mat. We'll bring our right foot forward. So go ahead and step right over that band. Come to a kneeling lunge, and we're going to open into a twist. Left arm is down, right arm is up. If you'd like, you can reach that arm back behind you. You might even reach toward that foot. That's another place to use the band. And just feeling that length, space, that twist. Releasing the hand to the ground. Tucking the back toes under, lift the back knee, drop your heel to the earth, and reach up, warrior one. Awesome, you guys. Good, solid foundation. Feel both of your feet more wide, more flat, more firm on the earth. Take a hold of your left elbow. Let's pull that left side of the body up. So you're using your right fingers to lift your left arm up a little higher. Go more. Breathe deeper. Good. Awesome. Let's release the hands to the center, all the way down to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. If you'd like, you can take a vinyasa here, high to low. Coming up through cobra or up dog, and meet back here in down dog. Always an option, knees or toes. We'll drop our right knee to the earth, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Kneeling lunge. And we'll take a twist here, the right hand down, the left arm up. Nice. You can keep it just like that, or reach your hand behind you toward your foot and maybe bend that back knee. Grab a strap if that feels like a fun idea for you, or just be here and twist. Feel your heart opening to the left, your left shoulder drawing onto your back. Enjoying breath here. We'll release the hand to the mat, tucking our back toes under. Drop the heel and reach up, warrior one. And feel firm feet on the earth. Feel your foundation. We use our left hand on our right wrist to pull up and over. Lengthening the right side of the body from wrist to ankle. Pull those two parts away from each other. And release. Go ahead and bring your hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here or flow through vinyasa, your choice. All right, we're going to do a really fun little magic trick now with this strap. So go ahead and come to your knees and grab your strap. Now I realize that all of you don't have a strap like this with D-rings. So if you don't have that, I'd like you to see if you can figure out a way to secure your strap. So a knot will be fine as long as it's a secure knot. But I want to show this because this could be something you could do in the future. So if you have your D-rings, you're going to put the band through the two loops and then back over so that you lock your band, and it will do this. It will lock nice and tight. Okay, so if you don't have this kind of a strap, you're going to just tie your band, but it needs to be a loop. that will hold your two arms in place. So I'm going to make mine about this wide. I'm going to stick both arms in, and I'm going to hold this band right above my elbows. Okay, so it's going to look like this. We're sort of getting into a little 50 shades of gray here. It's okay, good. So elbows in close to the body. And what we're going to do is use this to teach us the perfect position for chaturanga. So you can see how nice and tight that is. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. I can't make my elbows any wider. And so as I come down into this low push-up, I'm going to actually be laying on my band. It's going to hold me like a little hammock. It's awesome. It actually makes chaturanga easy. And you want to make sure it's underneath your chest, underneath your breasts, ladies, so that it doesn't feel super uncomfortable. But here we go. We're coming into a kneeling plank. And we're just going to lower down into this 90-degree bend of the elbows. So you can see how my band is holding me. I can lift my toes. I really could just kind of stay here all day, teaching my body this perfect chaturanga position. So we can do push-ups here as well. So if you don't have that band and you don't want to do that, just do some yogi push-ups coming down to your triceps and back up. Maybe that's something you can work on later as you figure out your tools and equipment. You can just do some little yoga push-ups right here. Coming down to where that band holds you, nice and secure. And then we'll just bring ourselves back into child's pose. If you still have that band around your arms, it provides a nice little resting place for your forehead in child's pose. We're going to come forward now into plank pose, and I've still got this band around my elbows. So I'm going to press the tops of my feet to the ground and lift my legs into upward facing dog. So this is another nice little tool that we can use the strap for to keep our arms hugged in close to our body. I'm pressing the bottom ribs toward the band, tops of my feet into the earth, and this makes upward facing dog a little easier. You can drop your knees and press back to child's pose. So if you don't have the band, just shift forward and lift up into upward facing dog, and you can also use cobra if that feels better. But use this as an opportunity to practice this important pose that happens so much in our flow. Tops of the feet down, lift. Knees down, press back. We'll do 2 more times. Plank to up dog. Knees to child. Plank to up dog. Let the band press into your bottom ribs. Come to child's. And rest. Let's let that band fall to the side of our mat again. We'll come into downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot forward. Drop the back heel and come up warrior one. Then open and close your hands. Just loosen your wrists. Come out to warrior two. Nice wide stance. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, side angle. Let's do that a couple more times, just slowly moving through the side body, the waist. Let your shoulders be relaxed, easy, light. back one more time into reverse warrior. Take a little extra air in, and then exhale, warrior two. Sweep the arms around to warrior one. And as you exhale, arms reach behind, humble warrior. We can either interlace, you can grab your band, and let's dive our head down toward the inside of our right ankle. Exaggerate breath into your belly and your low back. Try to bend your right knee a little more, lift your knuckles a little higher. And allow your hands to come to the floor. Walking the hands around to wide straddle, lower your head. Just rest here for a few breaths. Allow blood flow to the brain. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. We'll start to make our way to the left, facing the back of our mat, dropping the back heel. Let's come on up, warrior one. Loose, relaxed shoulders. Opening out into warrior two. Take that nice wide stance. And again, just shoulders down. We've done a lot to loosen them up. Let's move between reverse warrior and side angle. If your knees are happy today, see if you can take a little wider stance, put a little bigger bend in your front knee, a little more stretch and strength in your hips. Breath. How big can you make this movement? We'll go back one more time into reverse warrior hold. Sip in a little more air. And come to warrior two. Sweeping through to warrior one. Find your stance. Arms reach behind and either hold your band or interlace. Humble warrior. This is a pose of strength, so feel your strong feet pressing into the earth. Feel your strong leg muscles hugging onto the bones. Feel your strong core holding you here. And it's also a pose of humility, of softness. Can you soften your face and surrender your head down? Soften the tension in your hands, arms, and shoulders. Find a sense of humility here in this posture. Allow your fingers to come to the floor, walk to wide straddle. Let's turn our toes out to the corners and lunge side to side, stretching the adductors, the inner thigh muscles. As you lunge to one side, take your hands up toward that foot. Let your body come down toward that knee and switch. Hands toward the opposite foot, lean down inside that knee. Couple more times, back and forth. Hip opening. Finding the center, turning the toes forward. A generous bend in the knees. Bring your hands to your thighs and press yourself to stand. Roll your shoulders out a few times. Exhale. Feet come close together. Grab your band. We're going to use our band for balance. I think you might find this to be a nice, helpful little tool. So we're going to stand on our left foot first, and we're going to pick up our right knee. And as you put your foot into that band, your right foot into the band, stand on the band the way you're standing on the floor. Give yourself two surfaces to stand on. And then slowly extend that leg out in front of you. You're just going to push your foot into the band and pull with your arms. It's going to give you hopefully a little more stability. If you need to be close to a wall, if you use one hand on a wall, you can do that. Hold the band in one hand. Find your breath. Press down into the earth and let the earth lift you tall. Just let that pressing down make you taller. Nice. Release your foot. Bring the foot to the ground. Pause. Relax your hands, arms, and shoulders. And we'll just switch. Weight in the right foot. Band under the left. So you have two places to stand. As we extend that band, it's like we're pushing our foot into a wall in front of us. It gives us some stability. Upper body strong. Press your standing foot down into the earth and let that make you taller. The pressing down causes lifting up. Breathe. Breathe. Release. Slowly bringing that foot to the earth. Let your band rest to the side of your mat. Let's take a deep breath in, arms overhead. On an exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Your hands feel the earth. Step back to tabletop or downward facing dog. And you're welcome to take one last vinyasa if you like. And we will meet in a seated position. So bringing that band again around the bottoms of the feet where we did earlier. And this time maybe the hands are a little closer to the feet. We'll walk our hips back. Begin this action by pulling your chest forward, hugging shoulders onto your back. Toes pull back. You can bend your knees if that's helpful. And then just start to lean forward from the hips, spine long. Go as far as you can with that straight spine and then eventually round down. We'll keep a little bit of tension on the band so that we're reminded to pull forward rather than just round down. And then just breathe here. Back of the body long. And slowly come back to the straight spine, sit up from there. Keeping the band with you, bend your knees, and we'll roll down onto our back. And let's continue that idea of hamstring length, bringing the band around the bottom of the right foot, extending that leg up. And take any grip on the band where your shoulders can be relaxed on the floor, where the neck is relaxed, the arms are doing very little effort. but there's a little tension on the band. And then just bring that leg as close to you as you can. You can bend and straighten, explore up and down the hamstring. You're in a half of an inversion here, just reversing circulation, letting blood flow out of your foot and back into your leg. So you might flex and point your foot. Let a long breath out. And then soften the knee, release the band, take the leg out, and just pause here for a moment in Shavasana to notice right leg and left leg. You might notice one feels different, maybe longer than the other or more relaxed. So let's switch. Let's bring the band around our left foot, finding a place where shoulders can rest, arms can be relaxed. Just bringing that leg in close, bending and straightening. Breathe here. Feel here. Experience here. Arrive here. Release. Let the leg extend out, and we'll begin to find our relaxation pose. So another nice thing about this band is you can just drape it over your eyes as a nice little friend to help you block out the light. Some people find that a little more relaxing. Give yourself just 2 or 3 minutes here to rest in perfect stillness. Allowing eyes to be closed, body to be heavy. Awareness on breath coming in and breath going out. Breathing in, I receive calm. Breathing out, I am calm. Breathing in, I receive calm. Breathing out, I am calm. According to Gil Fronsdal, one of the more profound skills for working through our restlessness and worry is to let go of the beliefs that create restlessness and worry. Perhaps we have a belief that somewhere, some way, we can have absolute security where nothing bad will ever happen. That belief system is actually what makes us agitated. Right here, right now, I receive calm. Right here, right now, I am calm. Bring calm with you as you wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring calm with you as you roll to one side and yawn and stretch. Bring calm with you as you return to a seat. My shoulders feel amazing. I hope yours do as well. Bring your hands here in front of your chest, this gesture of gratitude. Throughout this day, whatever happens, may we be with what is. And with each breath, remind ourselves to receive calm and to be calm. Thank you for taking time for yourself and your practice today, my friends. Namaste.